Next weekend, the World Championship of Flesh and Blood will take place in Barcelona, and beside that there will be the calling featuring the Bright Light Seal format. I have been studying for the last 6 weeks and I've been asking all kind of pro players all the tricks and the best ways to approach the seal format, and I'm here to give it to you in less than 10 minutes. What's up everyone, welcome back. It's so nice to be back to do English content. I'm really excited, so I will cut to the chase, but before, thank you so much for sticking with me throughout these years. And if you're new, my name is Hark, this is Strike for 7, the biggest Italian Flesh and Blood channel, and I'm here to teach you everything you need to know about the Bright Light Sealed format. In case you just want the juice and you want to run away, skip to the next video, which should be mine if you can. In case this is just a brief visit, there are 3 super important things you need to know. Number 1. Cards become a resource in this format. There is a lot of boosting, a lot of mechanics. That means that the size of your deck completely change the way you think about the game. So cards become a resource, and that means that you have to evaluate cards and actions and interaction in a bit of a different way. No matter what, you will have to play 40 cards in your deck, and that means that 6 or 7 attacks, they kind of become a big thing because you're giving 1 card and require 2 cards for block, and 7 is like the magic number that not only gives you 2 for 1 but also pushes 1 damage through, so keep that in mind. Things number 2, Overpower is the most important keyword of the format, because there will be a lot of fatigue based strategies. Because there is a lot of boosting, it also pays off to fatigue opponents, which means Overpower is a keyword that will allow you to push damage through the big defenses of your opponent and win you the game. Things number 3, proactive blocks are actually pretty good. So cards that allow you to block damage, in this case items like Dissipating Shield, that you play on your own turn that will block next turn something that your opponent does, are amazing in this format. Keep that in mind as well. Now that we know the basic rules, let's take a look on how to choose what hero to play after we crack our packs. But before that, we need to make a very big shout out to the Golden Store Roma, our sponsor. You'll find a link down below in the description if you're interested to a first customer discount. And at the same way, thank you so much for all the patrons that support our work. Our work wouldn't be possible without you, all the patrons that support the channel. So thank you so much. If you're listening, you like the content and you are not yet on the Patreon, please consider to join us. You'll find a link down below in the description. And not only you will find different support level that will allow you to help us, but we'll also unlock for you extra content in the form of articles, deck lists, and the chance to join our monthly box breaks. With all of this out of the way, we can go back to our guide. So how to choose a hero. This is my decision tree for selecting which hero to play. I will give you a few moments to take it in. But to make best use of it, you'll need a bit of additional information, so let's jump to it. First up, it's Teklovossen, a hero that thrives on evolution. With Teklovossen, it's all about the Evo upgrades. You'll want to construct your deck with a balance of 10 to 14 blue pitch cards and 8 to 12 Evos. And please don't forget those base Evos. 6 to 7 attack action cards are also crucial to a good deck. The strategy here is to block effectively, set up your Evos and dominate the endgame with the Teklo Leveler. If you gain the upper end and have the tempo, unleash big attacks to strip cards from your opponent's deck. In play, it's crucial to remember that your endgame is where you shine. Use your early game to set up the stage, and once you've got your Evos in place, the Leveler will carry you through. Matchup wise, if you're facing another Teklovossen, it's a race to set up those Evos. Against Dash, apply pressure. They struggle with blocking. And when it's Max you're up against, go for a fatigue plan, focusing on robust defense and blocking efficiently. They will deck themselves out without you having to shoot a single shot. Also, don't forget to trade 2 for 1 with 6 or 7 attack action cards. Moving on to Dash, a hero that embodies tempo and technology. Cards with Galvanize will allow you to use all your items in the most efficient way, making up for your lower defenses. Building Dash decks requires a keen eye for items. you'll want to include 7 to 9 blue pitch cards, and a selection of items like penetration scripts, backup protocols, and boom grenades. Quantum processor, prismatic lens, and stasis cell are majestic bombs that are an auto include. When playing Dash, it's all about the white turns, using your items to gain multiple action points. The gun is your best friend. Use it on any good occasion, without overcharging it, or you will risk not to have the chance to capitalize on it. Don't forget to take a look at the top of your deck before making any decision. Let's take a look at how to face our opponents. In a mirror match, it's about taking the tempo and optimizing your items use, but it will often boil down to who sees the better cards. Against the Klobossen, your goal is to leak damage with your pistol and overpower cards. Facing Max, it's all about the race. Use proactive blocks to stay ahead. Last but not least, we have Max Nitro. This hero's engine is fueled by overpower and crank items. A well-built Max Dex will feature 8 to 10 blue pitch cards and about 6 to 8 crank items. Don't underestimate the Hadron Collider, a very powerful card that is often overlooked. Max's gameplay revolves around keeping up the tempo without finishing your fuel too early. The ideal turn: boost, crank an hyperdriver and shoot with Bansky. If you're in a pinch, don't hesitate to play an item from hand, crank it and then shoot with Bansky. Your goal is to maintain steady pressure while setting up for a devastating turn with hyperdrivers. Against another Max, it's all about deck management and tempo. Utilize your arsenal for big turns that swings the momentum in your favor. When you're up against the Klobossen, balance card use and damage while setting up for those big turns. And against Dash, it's a straightforward race. Push hard for the damage and overpower her. Now that we've seen all of the heroes, I want your opinion. This is what the sealed metagame looks like to me. Do you agree? For me, Max wins against the Klobossen, that wins against Dash, that wins against Max. All suppose that we have best level of decks and best level of players. Let me know what you think about it in the comments and feel free to PM me on Discord, Facebook, Instagram and whatever else. To close the video, I will leave you here a beautiful Kano guide for all my Kano fans, all my friends that accompanied me through the years. This was an old guide that I did a few months, years, I don't know, ago. So make sure to go check it out if you want to learn how to play Kano. This being said, as usual, may the ether be with you.